RPGs offer you vast fantasy lands filled with hidden quests and exciting NPCs, inviting you to battle mighty foes, explore dungeons, and collect precious loot. While RPGs can be incredibly immersive for single-player playthroughs, it's even better when those games allow you to share your journey with a dear friend or a loved one. Not every RPG offers couch co-op options, but there are some that add this essential layer to the experience. With that in mind, here are some of our favorite couch co-op RPGs. Inspired by tabletop games, For the King is a great RPG to play with your loved ones in couch co-op sessions. At the beginning of each playthrough, you and up to 2 partners will build an adventurer's party to explore a randomly generated map with a set goal to achieve. The roguelike element of the randomly generated map helps make each playthrough unique while restricting a whole adventure to a single match. For the King's exploration and turn-based combat are entirely dice-based, a nod to classic tabletop RPGs. That design choice also adds scenarios you and your team have to overcome with careful planning and a lot of luck. So while the bite-sized nature of the game makes this an excellent entry-level RPG to share with newcomers, its challenging game loop can still keep veterans entertained for hours. While Moonhunters can be experienced as a single-player game, this indie title shines when you have up to 3 friends to share it with you in couch co-op. In Moonhunters, you choose between 6 different characters to traverse a procedurally generated fantasy land, where the goal is to bring the moon back and defeat the evil sun cult. Each playthrough of Moonhunters is relatively short, but the many different possible endings of the game keep you coming back for more. All of the actions you and your couch co-op allies take during a playthrough will highly influence the game's ending and even the final boss fight. That's where Moonhunters stands out thanks to clever writing that shows how every action has a consequence. Cat Quest II is a classic top-down action RPG where you and a couch co-op partner explore dungeons, collect loot, and get stronger to fight more powerful enemies. While Cat Quest II doesn't offer any significant gameplay innovation, the title is still a well-polished adventure wrapped in a really cute package. That's because your characters are a cat and a dog duo exploring a colorful and vibrant world. Cat Quest II's lighthearted story makes it perfect for some family fun. At the same time, its many side quests can keep 2 people entertained for many hours, making this the perfect gateway to more complex RPG adventures. Nobody Saves the World is a unique action RPG that shakes up the formula by giving you and a couch co-op partner shape-shifting abilities. As you progress through the game, you'll collect alternate forms, each with unique attacks and skill progression. That offers an incredible variety to the gameplay, as each form is helpful in combat and in puzzle solving. Nobody Saves the World also boasts a gorgeous 2D art style and clever character designs that will keep a smile on your face for your entire playthrough. It's a quirky and sweet action RPG that only gets better in couch co-op, where a second player takes control of the summoned creatures to increase your strategic possibilities. Outward is an open-world RPG with a heavy emphasis on survival mechanics. That means you and a couch co-op friend will have to work together to collect resources and survive the harshness of an unforgiving fantasy world, all while trying to make progress on the main story. You'll have to fight enemies while controlling your hunger levels, dealing with extreme temperatures, and protecting yourselves from unexpected threats. What makes Outward even more challenging is that the game has permadeath, meaning you'll lose all progression if you don't take the time to learn its many systems. Outward also has an automatic save system that makes every choice permanent, so since you can completely alter the state of the world depending on your actions, each playthrough of the game is going to be very unique. In Children of Morta, you can invite a friend or loved one to explore a land infested by corruption. A story-driven action RPG, this game puts you in control of a family destined to fight evil. Each time you leave the hub house, you'll choose up to 2 family members to explore the wilderness and take down the monsters who threaten to devour everything in their way. You'll gather resources, grow stronger, and find items that help you explore the loving relationship between every family member. With 8 unique characters to choose from after a robust DLC edition, Children of Morta offers you many different tools to tackle combat and exploration. So while the procedurally generated levels can feel a bit repetitive at times, each character is so unique that experimenting with different family members keeps things fresh your entire playthrough. Considered by many to be the best entry in the Mana series, Secret of Mana is a classic RPG that got a complete 3D remake. Featuring real-time combat and a charming story, Secret of Mana allows up to 3 people to share an unforgettable couch co-op experience. As one of the most beloved titles of the SNES era, Secret of Mana leads you on a quest through unique environments filled with brilliantly designed enemies. The real-time combat helps keep things fresh as you discover a layered story considered one of the best in the genre. Plus, the 3 playable characters all have their own unique strengths and weaknesses, forcing all 3 players to communicate and work together to overcome challenges. That is, when you're not fighting over the pronunciation of mana or mana. Diablo III is arguably the best entry in Blizzard's beloved RPG series. Go ahead and start arguing now. With hundreds of items, weapons, and spells that can be freely combined, Diablo III allows each adventurer to have a unique build tailored to their preferred playstyle. Since up to 4 people can join in its couch co-op experience, the many ways to approach combat and exploration allow you to have a party where each member is ready to compensate for the weaknesses of the others. Diablo III is massive, it has tons of secrets, and will take literally hundreds of hours if you're willing to explore every nook and cranny. As such, this is a fantastic experience to share with friends in the long run, even though someone in your party's probably going to prefer Diablo 2. Divinity Original Sin 2 is a game development achievement. Even though Larian Studios lacks the money of a big AAA company, they managed to deliver a complex RPG inspired by the mechanics of Dungeons & Dragons that has engaging combat, thrilling exploration, and branching storytelling that makes even your simplest choices reflect on the general state of the world. With a co-op partner by your side, it becomes even better to explore the fantastic original story of Divinity Original Sin 2, as you'll need to decide together how to approach each challenge and which NPCs to fight or befriend. While a single playthrough will take you dozens of hours to finish, the incredible replay value of this game will keep you coming back for more. Just in case you saw that last entry and you were like, what about Balers Gate 3? Here's Balers Gate 3. Larian took everything it learned with the Divinity series and used it to build Balers Gate 3, the most faithful adaptation of the Dungeons & Dragons rule set we've seen in a game. The turn-based RPG system perfectly mimics the experience of playing the tabletop game, while its impressive storytelling allows you and a co-op partner to explore the world however you want. There's no limit to the choices in this game, and you can play both as an evil or a good character, reaping the consequences of your actions in a narrative system that's so detailed and complex that it considers everything you do, no matter how many hours ago that was. It's no wonder Balers Gate 3 is the ultimate RPG experience, and the fact that you can play it with a friend is just a cherry on top. If you enjoyed this list and want to see more like it, make sure you check out thegamer.com. Thanks for watching.